Whether, sorry, rush out.
Not a voice
Whether you
note,
love
have we?
them or hate them, chances are you have received a voice note at least once in your life.
I'm rubbing off on him with the loudness.
Screaming.
We've got a poll for you today, another one, and we're just wondering whether you like voice notes, yes or no. Not whether you use them, but whether you like them. Scan the QR code and let us know. Or you
Straight
can
into yes. 100%.
email 0896 111. Joining us to discuss is Carla Kay, co-host of the Unpopular Opinion podcast, and TikToker Gara Noon. Good morning. Thumbs up. How are you?
Good
Lovely
morning.
to have you
Great
here.
to have
Lovely. We were talking about thumbs up a second ago. Carla, you love a voice note.
Big advocate.
Why?
Because you get everything. You get tone, you get emotion, you get the drama, you get it all. It's like a personal podcast straight to you.
Hey, why are you a fan though? Like in terms of, I mean, drama, everything else, but is it a case, do you go on there and give your full life story, or do you just not like phone calls?
Don't like phone calls, hate texting.
Okay.
Hate text, especially with the nails. It's like, yeah, not great. So I just think it's a lot easier now. You can just quick, you know.
I think it's very interesting that you mentioned tone there, because an awful lot is lost in tone when it comes to things.
Yeah.
But you also said it's like a podcast.
Yeah.
So you're getting no reaction no one has a chance to react to you or to tell you that you're wrong or to tell you no.
Oh, well, you can voice note back and tell me exactly how you feel. That's no problem whatsoever. I'll accept that.
She's accepting that. Okay, Garen.
Garen, yeah.
I absolutely hate voice notes. People need to stop sending them. I'm sick of listening to a minute and a half of mostly somebody thinking about what they're going to say. Just type it out. I can go back to it, get the information I need, reply. If somebody sends you a voice note that's over 15 seconds long, you haven't a hope of remembering everything that's in it. If you want to convey emotion, send an old laughy face at the end of your text. Lets everybody know you're in a good mood. And there's no need for drama.
Have you sent a voice note before?
I do send voice notes, but it's only if I'm pushed. Like, I'll usually respond with text, and if they continue to incessantly voice note me, I'm like, well, it's rude, so I'll send one back. But mine are 3 seconds long. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no bother. Yeah. That's the crack.
That's you.
I like it, yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
handy. That is handy. Okay, Carla, I have to ask, what is the longest voice note you have ever sent or ever received?
So I received one 32 minutes long. Oh my God. It was stunning.
32 minutes?
The silence in the studio. It was stunning.
It's an episode of Home and Away. What happened?
But sure, you can keep... So I'd have a lot of friends who live in different countries. I wouldn't have all the time to catch up with them. So what I love about a voice note is you can kind of go back and forth to it, you know? So, and what I like about voice notes too, you send them, there's no, I suppose, expectation to get back immediately. I feel like if you read someone's text and you don't get back, it's like immediately you think they're off with you. Thumbs up emoji or not, you feel like there's something wrong. So I think with a voice note, you can just back and forth, and it's always, I feel like they're always sent with like, now you listen to that and get back to me whenever.
It's because it's taken them all day to get through the voice note. And would you not just pick up the phone and ring them?
But your schedules are all over the place, and I feel like particularly after the pandemic, we kind of got a bit, you know, we were looking for anything to talk about really. So it was nicer to kind of do it that way. I feel like the phone call's a little dead.
And if you received one half an hour long, how long was your response?
Well, I do it in
Or your
pieces
reply.
now. That's how I like to do it. But you know, I'm not judging anybody. You can voice note whatever way you want. It's equals opportunity over here. But I like to do them in segments. So it'll be like one topic, 2, 3, 4. Leave them off like 2-3 minutes each one. Maybe send 5 or 6.
It's like an essay. It's like a book of essays, everything that's going on there. But I have noticed it with my mates, because I won't listen to voice notes and I won't answer the phone. So it's like, we can't be bothered with her anymore. So that's a thing. What's the longest voice note you have ever received, Gary?
Oh, I get them all the time off people on the internet, and they'll be 14, 15 minutes long. I don't even listen to them. I listen to the first part just to get the vibe, and I'll put it on 2x speed, maybe for 4 seconds, but that's as much. You couldn't pay me to listen to a 32-minute voice note. You could not pay me enough money. Not if you paid me €300 would I listen to it.
Are you saying that strangers on the internet would send you a 15-minute voice note?
Oh, if I'm lucky, that's all there's on me.
Really?
Need to look at Garen's inbox. Need to look at your inbox.
That's why you blocked me.
Crunch bit is, what if this is an important part? Like, do you kind of tell, like, halfway through now wait, I'm going to get to the question that you asked me in another 5 minutes once I've given you my life story?
Well, I like to do a prompt before. So I'll be like, a prompt before or a
Like
prompt after.
chapters.
Or even just gals. And then you'll leave the voice note. You know what I mean? They know. Or you could be like, grab that whenever. this is just me updating you, or you'll put a topic, you know? So it's you're kind of just piecing it out for people.
Like, it's very 50-50 on the polls
It
so
is.
far as well.
Do you get the thing? I do think that things can be lost in translation. Do you think it's keeping you closer with your friends? Like,
Absolutely.
because people who've got kids, who have jobs, that they might be able to just like do this when they're doing the cleaning or something.
I don't know anybody who picks up the phone and is like, deadly, can't wait to take this call.
Yeah.
I don't know, Ed, because it puts you on the spot. No matter what, you're like, hi. So I feel like this way, you get to have all of that back and forth with your friends. You get to keep, like, I feel like it's almost as personal as everything else.
Okay, I think we should get the professional's opinion on this.
Yeah, do you go on the phone, Garen?
No, I don't like phone calls either.
Okay.
But I prefer talking to people in person, and you've nothing to talk to them about if you're sending them 45-minute long voice clips.
Yeah, there you have it. Right, let's get the official opinion on this. Alan, you've been doing a deep dive with cyber psychologist Dr. Nicola Fox Hamilton. Right, what have you found?
Yes, we are over here. Very interesting listening to that, Nicola. I mean, what is the average voice note? The average time for a voice note, we know?
Average is 17 seconds, which
17.
most people would think is quite reasonable. So apparently most people find like 30 seconds to a minute to be the maximum acceptable length. But there are a small percentage of people who don't mind what length it is at all. And they're probably people
we
like
have
Carla.
proof of that, yes. So right over there with Carla. Love the L 32 minutes of voice notes, send them in to us. Why do people prefer them?
So there's two...
Over a phone call, maybe.
Well, over a phone call, both people have to be available. You've got to commit a certain amount of time and you don't know how long it's going to take. A voice note, you can send it and they can respond whenever. But the two main reasons for it are convenience. So if you've got something a bit more complex to say, then typing it out takes forever. It's also easier if you're driving or kind of, moving around or like...
Let's not do it when you're driving, even do that. Let's not go down that road.
So a lot of people just find it easier, but I think one of the main things is being able to express yourself. So people find it easier to express themselves, being able to express emotion. So we know that in text messages, there's loads of things you can do to express emotions. You can use all caps and exclamation marks and emoji, but there's still a lot of ways to interpret those things. There's generational differences in how we interpret emojis, for example, or like a full stop at the end of a text message. And with voice messages, you're able to convey that emotion, that tone of voice, avoid misunderstandings. So people will do it for lighthearted reasons because it's fun and they can do something that's, gets that emotion across. But they'll also do it for more serious situations where they want to avoid a misunderstanding. So that's an important part of it. They'll also do it because they know the person at the other end likes them or prefers them. And I think that match of preferences is really important.
You need to know that that person is open to voice notes.
Exactly. Yeah. And they also do it because the person on the other end might not like reading. So maybe they're dyslexic or maybe they have poor eyesight. And it makes it easier for the person to actually receive the message.
With safety to come into that as well, because you feel, it's safer than sending the text, because we're sending text, but like the voice note, you can take it back, but you can take a text back as well. But I think when you've written it down, it's gone and you're going, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. You're not really saying that when you're doing the voice note? Or is it a case where you're maybe angry on a voice note, that after a few seconds of you're typing it, you're looking at it and reading it and going, oh, I won't say that, but you'll say it on a voice note?
Actually,
is there two sides to that?
There's not a huge amount of research on voice notes, but the research suggests that people find them very joyful. So I'm not sure there's so much sending angry voice notes as connecting with their friends and family and actually being quite positive and finding a sense of connection and a sense of like closeness to people. I think, with online presentation, we do have a chance to edit and think about how we present ourselves. And voice notes, in comparison to like a phone call, you have more time to think about what you're going to say, to stop and delete before you send it if you don't like what you're saying. Whereas text messages, you've even more chance to edit it. But I think it's a sort of an in-between space.
There we go. Guys, have you ever sent an angry voice note?
I have, I think, and I deleted it, yeah.
Realised what you said.
I immediately regret that decision, but unfortunately I was 14 minutes into it at that time. Should or not. Do you think it's a generational thing?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's newer, isn't it? So it's anything that kind of... Anything
like parents don't really voice note, do they?
I wouldn't really be voicing out my dad. Like, I would, but I wouldn't expect one back, you know?
Okay.
Garen's like,
yeah, the
I
thumbs
think
up.
as you get older, messages get shorter and shorter until they're just
You're loving
A
it.
thumbs up.
Wait, you can't wait.
Got it.
25% of people aged between 18 and 34 have literally never answered the phone, according to a new poll in the Times. Do you like to voice note? You can let us know there. A huge thank you this morning to Carla Kay from the Unpopular Opinion podcast. You can get wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, Garen Noon. It's Garen_music. I can't wait to see what he gets in his DMs because it sounds juicy. Garen, thank you so much. Thank you, Carla.
And
Cheers.
of course, Dr. Nicola Fox Hamilton as well, cyber
Nicola.
psychologist, for giving us the stats. Now, still to come, he's helped millions of people fall in love with exercise. The body coach, also known as Joe Wicks, he's going to be stopping by for a chat.
Plus, we're talking about the latest releases in film and TV. We'll see you back in Ireland AM very shortly.